Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. It's your host, Physics. Hope you're all doing well on this beautiful day in the crypto market space. We finally had Bitcoin break above its previous all-time high, which was 58,354. We are now currently sitting at 59,783. We got up to 60,419 was our peak here on the run up. This candle on the 4-hour was a 4.33% pump. Once we broke this line and that the previous this little all-time high here, it just started to run. The target I have set, I'm looking at like 65k, somewhere in this range between the 618 and the 786, 65k to 67k. Looking pretty damn good. We have a lot of these altcoins as well. Now they were selling off pretty good these past few days. Now they're making a little comeback here. But we did it. We hit 60k on Bitcoin. What's next? 75k. Where are we going? How long is this rally gonna last? We had good volume too on the 4-hour here. The MACD histogram went from straight building negative momentum to straight green. It just didn't even slowly go down. It just went straight to green. Pretty cool to see that. Looking pretty good here. Little consolidation at these levels. We might come down and back test the previous all-time high at 53,300. You might see a back test there just to confirm some support and then another run up. Ethereum finally broke out and up out of this descending channel. Its target for me would be around 2120 to 2200. So 2100 to 2200 after it breaks the previous all-time high at 2042, which was back here on February 19th. It was 2041 was the previous all-time high in Ethereum. That'll probably serve as a little bit of resistance going. Once we break above that, we'll be seeing 2200 around this area, 21 to 2200. Yesterday, the ETH to BTC chart was not looking great. I wonder how it's looking now. Look at that. May have hit its bottom. Let's check the daily. Technically set a higher low. It's not looking good yesterday, but if we can bullishly engulf this previous candle here, we could be starting to climb higher for the ETH to BTC ratio. Let's go back to the USD. On the daily, looking really good, really strong for ETH. But Bitcoin's been outperforming everything. But today, as you can see on my little watch list here, a lot of these altcoins are now outperforming Bitcoin, especially one being Sushi, which we were looking at yesterday. Let's go to the 4-hour. Broke up and out of this channel. Yesterday we were sitting right here at about $20. It wicked up through the neckline, or this midline, and ended up closing above it after I was done with the stream. We broke out of this channel we're coming back down to test it as support, and we should be hopefully find some support there and continue to go up. Let's see if we can plot a fib to see if we can get any potential targets. Where should we go from? Let's go from here to the all-time high. So if we can break past the all-time high, I always like to look at the 618 and the 786 as targets. So somewhere in between here, we're looking at $27.25 to $28.33 would be our next potential targets on sushi. Especially, I believe it got some news that it's being listed on Coinbase along with a few other coins. I don't remember where I seen that at. I don't think it was on Cointelegraph or CoinDesk, but I believe that's the news. We got potential listing on Coinbase for sushi. It probably will drive the price up a little bit higher here. Again, we're looking at $27.25 to $28.33 for the next target on sushi, which that at these current prices would be about, at the 786 it'd be a 30% move. At the 618 we're talking 25%, so some good gains to be had if sushi goes to the next target. Bitcoin's looking strong. It's just sitting here at above 59. Its lowest was 59,142. Sitting strong, but again, we might get a back test here down to the previous all-time high. I'll put a little resistance line there. 58,354. 58,355. Whoops. So that is our previous all-time high. You can look for a back test here just to confirm some support. Could be today, could be tomorrow. Who knows? I'm not sure if these alts are going to continually keep pumping, whether Bitcoin were to do a retrace, but I wouldn't think they would, just because normally Bitcoin's the market leader, and these past days when Bitcoin has been going down, the altcoins have been going down even harder. So look for a potential retrace back to the previous all-time high to confirm support on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some of these market leaders today. Again, always going to be the NFT coins right now. They're just relentless. Let's take a look at the top one. We'll take a look at Pundi X on the top gainer of the day. What was that ticker? NPXS. Whoa. That is a no volume. That's what a chart with no volume looks like. Right there. Bitrix. That could be why. Yeah. Alright. I wonder if there's some news-driven catalyst that spiked this, or if it's just because it's an NFT. Is it even an NFT? I'm not sure. It is not. I don't even know what this coin is. Could be DeFi. Pundy. Leading developer of blockchain-powered devices aimed at transforming retail business with this blockchain-based sales solution. Consumers conduct instantaneous store transactions on its blockchain. Cool. Let's check the news. 7 months ago was last news on CoinMarketCap. But nevertheless, it's pumped in these past 8 hours. It's gone up to the top of the wick, 67%. Crypto's just on fire right now. I had some flip of the MACD on the histogram from bearish momentum to some bullish momentum. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Pundy, the top gainer in the market right now. Let's check out Mana. This one's been going pretty strong. Binance. I like to use exchanges that have a little more liquidity. As you can see, when I looked at Pundy on Bittrex, it was like just straight wicks and bodies. Very little volume. Mana, Decentraland, and NFT been just going up. All it's been doing is going up, regardless if Bitcoin's been going down or not. I mean, these are probably some zones where Bitcoin was, seeing a little retrace, and it barely even sold off. It would, from the peak down, it only went down 20%. I mean, that's quite a bit, but nothing crazy in crypto markets. And now it just is about to be making another all-time high. Bullishly engulfed the previous candle, almost even ate up all the wick. If it were to close like this, that'd be pretty bullish. It's almost like you can chart a parabolic run on here. Where's the curve at? Go from down here. Look at that. Mana. A parabolic run. Let's see what we got. Uni, let's check that. In the past 8 hours, it's starting to climb back to its previous all-time high, but now it's got a little bit of a bearish engulfing candle here. We only got 18 minutes left on the 4-hour. Bitcoin's selling off a little bit. Not crazy. Nothing to worry about. Still looking very good on Bitcoin. You'd expect to see this after just probably come down, back test the previous all-time high that I set a line here at 58,350. Dot working its way back to the midline in this parallel channel, ascending parallel channel. Yeah, all these alts had a good run when Bitcoin was pumping, but now that it's sold off just even a little bit, like if you check this candle, just the body, down 2.5% compared to Bitcoin's 0.5% almost. So I mean, the alts are still reacting pretty violently when Bitcoin goes down. Let's go back to DOT. We got our targets on dot set at $45 to $47 between the 618 and the 786. It's just continually setting higher lows. We got to push back this higher high here now. We got to get back above $40 to keep this pattern continuing with the higher lows and the higher highs. Let's take a look at ADA. It went above that resistance line I set yesterday with this, all these little confluence zone here. I mean, you could probably go like this area here mainly. So I mean, I would actually more so look at this, all these tops, a few bottoms, wicks, a little bit of resistance and support, or resistance now here. I guess now that it broke up past here, it's kind of going to act as support, but this is mainly more of a resistance since it's coming back up through the zone. Yeah, ADA's rough after it came out of this ascending channel. It's not, yeah, it's looking okay though now that it's back up between this, in this zone right here, but we got to stay in this channel so we don't see any more downside action to 94 cents. We may have hit it here. This was a pretty good wick that got bought up and ended in the green. So, and then we really went on a tear when Bitcoin went up about 8.5%. So not bad. Just got a big wick here with a big red body. We'll probably be sitting here at $1.10 to $1.14 until Bitcoin decides if it wants to keep going up. But all in all, not bad. We made it back above one of the resistance points on ADA. So we'll continue to see where it goes from there. Let's check Litecoin. Litecoin's still looking good. Look at that. Did it hit the 228? Yes, it did. 228.18. In this ascending channel, got back above the midline. We pretty much almost touched the top of it. Now we just got to break through in order to see 246 again. 245, 246. If anybody wants to see any coins, just post them in the chat and we'll take a look at them. If I've already gone over them, I'll just take a look at them again if you haven't been here. Aave making a nice recovery. It's at a little bit of a resistance spot right here with all these bodies and wicks, but it's looking pretty good. It's still above this 406 point here. We got some bullish momentum building on the MACD histogram. Let's see. Not any hidden divergence. But we are building some bullish momentum. We can probably look to see that 618 if it were to keep going up at 512 to the 786 to 540, which the previous all-time high here is, I'll get a little exact, 580 exact. Previous all-time high would be at the 1 fib at $580. Aave looking good, nice recovery, making a higher low. Now we just need to make a higher high to keep this trend going in the positive direction. GRT had a pretty good recovery as well. Came up from the bottom of those wicks to the top about 14.5%, with some bullish momentum on the MACD developing. Actually be hidden. I think it's some hidden divergence, because here we have a no, it's not. This would have to have more negative momentum than this, because it's a higher low. It had to be the opposite. Yeah, all in all, it's looking good. I don't want to be on too long. Just wanted to get a little stream going for the all-time high on Bitcoin. Where is it gonna go next? We got 10. I'll stay for this till the close. We got 10 minutes left till the close on Bitcoin for this 4-hour. It's not a bad candle. I mean, if we close green, it's gonna be even better. But we broke the previous all-time high. It's looking pretty good. I think we're going to see 65 to 67K here sometime soon. Sooner than later. I'm just going to kind of hang out till this close of the 4-hour, see how it looks. Look at some news. Oh, another thing I use. No, yeah, crypto quant. Another good thing to look at every now and then is the Bitcoin exchange volumes of the on and off, the inflow and the outflows. Because if you look, the inflow, BTC exchange outflow, this is usually a good indicator that who is buying and how much is being taken off exchanges. So it allows you to know if people are trading or if they're buying it and taking it off into cold storage, which you can see all these lows, like the lowest candles here, are higher than the previous ones back in December. So a lot more people are taking their coins off exchanges, which means there's less supply on the market, which what does that do? It drives the price higher. Supply and demand. Crypto quant. What else is good to look at? I guess the amount on exchanges you can look at too, which has also been just steadily going down. I think we set a new low here, 2.34, 2.340. We almost set a new low. Getting close, but looks like it's in a downward trend to. There's less Bitcoin available on these exchanges now. It's just driving price higher. All these institutions are buying it and sending it to cold storage. These are definitely good. Some good charts and things to look at when you're trading Bitcoin, so you can kind of know what's going. It helps you kind of know what's going on in the market. Because I mean, if you see a lot of inflows coming onto these exchanges, you know some of these whales are going to start selling. But it's starting to kind of taper down. We're not setting these. Every high has been lower. It's in a downward trend right now. So it's looking like everyone's just taking off and not putting back into exchanges. Glassnode is where I go for this. There's another one, crypto quant, but I just have the free versions, and you can see a lot more on Crypto Quant and Glassnode. You can see Ethereum exchange flows as well. Let's check the outflow of ETH. Look at that, just climbing up. All these lows right here. We haven't seen that low. We haven't been that low since, I mean, back in December. It's just been, everyone's taking their ETH off exchanges. They're buying it and sending it away, putting it away for storage. Oh, that might have been Binance outflow only. My bad. No. All exchanges inflow. Guess that's kind of going up too. Not really seeing any lower lows like back here in December. We got 5 minutes left on the 4-hour candle. Looking like a little bit of a doji. Not bad after seeing a run up of 4.3% on Bitcoin. I think the next thing is Bitcoin is going to possibly retest the previous all-time high for support and make its next run up to the 65K region. I think that's what we're going to be seeing here in the next few days. No new articles. Bitcoin out of long-term allocation. But don't call it a bubble. In-game asset source gains, yes. Yeah, this NFT stuff is pretty crazy. Wow, man, it's still going up. 81 cents now. They're really taking off. I keep asking myself, is it too late to get in? It's like after you see a coin run up 611% in 7 days, how much more can it really go up? Like, you're just asking for trouble if you're buying into these coins after they've run up these amount of percentages. We got 2 minutes left on the 4-hour after the pump past the all-time high. Let's see where it closes, and I will be ending the stream shortly after that. Check LRC real quick. Just trying to get back to this trend line here. I think we're going to eventually see 73 cents again on LRC after we break 63. I think if we come back and test the 63 cents area, I think we're for sure going to 73. You'll definitely be seeing 73 cents after that. We already got some bullish momentum developing on the MACD histogram. Overall, the market's looking pretty good. Alts are holding up a little bit better against Bitcoin on the daily total, but on this 4-hour they sold off a little bit more. Actually, Ethereum is green on this candle. It's actually up, and Bitcoin's down on this candle, so we could start seeing some money flow back into the altcoins here shortly. Also, I'm starting to work on learning how to chart harmonics. I'm trying to get a little better at the MACD histogram with the classic divergence, the bullish divergence, just a learning curve. Trying to provide you guys with a little better TA, because right now I mainly just use support, resistances, fibs, measured moves off of chart patterns like head and shoulders, triangles, stuff like that. I would really like to start learning harmonics and get a little better with the MACD. Alright, we're about to be closing here in 30 seconds. Looking like we're going to close at 59,675 area. Not bad, not a bad candle. Don't be worried. I think we breaking that all-time high, we just confirmed that we're going to be moving up higher here in the next couple days, week. So just keep hodling, and if you're trading, keep your trades in the green. Here we go. New candle has started. We closed at 59,662, and we're already green on the new day's candle. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Like I said before, we could possibly come back down and test this all-time high to confirm support before we make another leg up. But you never know. We could just this candle right here can just take you to 65K. But I'm not saying it is, but that's just how crypto is sometimes. So thank you everyone who is here on the live stream. I got a few more minutes actually. I could stay for a few more minutes. See what this candle does. It's looking pretty good so far. And it's just a few seconds in, but we're already starting in the green. Haven't even wicked down below the open. Ethereum still looking good. Look at it. It started a new candle and already went up 0.6%. Target of 2100 at the 618 and 2200 at the 786. If anyone in the chat, see we got a few viewers. If you want to look at any coins real quick before I sign off, let me know. Yeah, Ethereum's looking good now. I was scared yesterday on the ETH to BTC chart. I mean, yesterday I was... This isn't the right chart. Which one was I on? I don't know which chart I had, but it ain't showing my resistance or support line now. But either way, there it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yesterday it was looking like we could possibly be going back to the 0.026 on Ethereum. But we're kind of bullishly engulfing this on the daily now. for the ETH to BTC chart, so it's looking like it's probably made its bottom here. It might have just been coming back down to back test this to confirm it was support before it makes another run up to probably the 0.038. And if it goes up that high, that means Ethereum be going up about a 20% move, which would take its price above $2,000. It'd take it up about $360 from where it's at now, which would be it'd be $22.50 if the ETH to BTC chart were play out. And that's only saying Bitcoin stays where it's at, because the more Bitcoin keeps climbing, ETH to BTC ratio just means the price on Ethereum is going to be higher as well. That's why you don't really want to trade ETH to BTC or anything like that. If you're trading, I would just do ETH to USD or whatever your coins are to the USD, because you never know when Bitcoin's just going to pop off, and that could really affect your trade badly. Or good if Bitcoin sells off and your alt goes up, but the chances of that are very slim. It's a very high risk trade, trading against another coin. So you want to do it against a stable asset like the US dollar, or if Tether, anything like that. Yeah, Bitcoin's looking strong. It's just the start of the candle, but you can, like I said, we got a few viewers now. I'm just going to say a few things I said. Now that we broke the all-time high, we can possibly look to come back to the previous all-time high to back test it at 58,350 to confirm we have support before we make our next move up to about 65 to 67K, which would be the 0.618 and the 786 fib from what I have plotted. I think we're going to be seeing that in the within the next week. I think we're going to be going back up to make another leg up. These NFT coins, they're killing it. But it's very high risk right now. When the coin's gone up 600-700%, you kind of want to stay away from that. You don't want to FOMO into something like that. When you see a coin going up this high, you should have got in 7 days ago. It's very high risk to get in now. Hey, what's up, Buster Dave? Is it worth getting into Bitcoin right now? If it were me and I were to be opening a trade or purchasing Bitcoin, I would at least wait to see if it is going to actually come back down and test the previous all-time high for support, which is 58,350. So I don't know if I would necessarily be buying any Bitcoin or purchasing any at this exact moment. I'd like to see a little more data to see how this actually plays out, because we could come back down to test this and then go up. But I think almost certainly we're going to be seeing 65 to 67K within the next few days to week here on Bitcoin. So what I'm actually doing myself is waiting to see what happens. You're welcome. If you want to see any coins, just let me know. We can take a look at whatever you want. Ethereum tested this 1750 mark quite a few times, closed below it, came back above it, wicked down, closed above it, and now we're making another leg higher. You're going to look to see, probably this 1930 area first before running up to breaking the all-time high and going above. What's up? Tamer Fami. Hope I said your name right. Thanks for joining my live stream. I was just about to end it, but I saw a few people started to join, so I wanted to stay for a little bit and see if you guys wanted to look at any coins, or if you're just checking the charts with me. So I'm glad to check any coins that you guys would like to see. Well, even some news if you want to see some news, whatever you guys like. Sushi is one I got my eyes on right now since it got, I believe the news, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's really happening, but Sushi and a few other coins, like I just know the ticker SKL, I believe, and Matic, I think it was Matic, are going to be listed on Coinbase soon. Oh, excuse me. But I'm definitely looking for Sushi to be making another run up here along with Bitcoin and everything else in the next coming week to about the 618 fib I have plotted, which would be $27 to $28 at the 786. Normally right now Bitcoin, go over BTC price targets. Yes. After I explain this, normally these alts, when you plot a fib on them, the Fibonacci, they've been running up to the 618 and the 786, and a lot of the times they're exceeding that and they're going to the 1618. So I mean, my first target is $27 to $28, and then I think we're gonna potentially see $33 after that. The way this market's been moving. You want to see the Bitcoin price targets? All right. So right now, my current target I have plotted at the fib is the 618 is 65,000, and the 786, which would be 67,000. Those are my first targets. I mean, I guess you can kind of go somewhere in between two, like right here at like 61.8. But my main targets are 65 to 67K, and then once again the 1618 fib, which would take you all the way to 77,000. But I don't know if we're gonna get that high. I would say 75K area would be a nice potential short-term top on Bitcoin. Not a full cycle top. I don't think we're gonna be just stopping at 75, but I think 75 would be our next target to see before we get another major pullback. The 20 to 30% pullbacks that are typical in this market for crypto. Do you think we come down and touch 58.4? Yes, I was saying I think what's going to happen right now, unless Bitcoin just does its thing like it, tends to do sometimes, but since we broke the previous all-time high at 58.3, I think we're going to come back down to back test it before making another leg higher, just to confirm it as support. So I think we're going to come back down, test the previous all-time high support, probably maybe consolidate here for a few 4-hour candles, make another leg higher to the 65K region. That's just my thoughts. Do I think ETH is going to break all-time high today? It's very possible. The way these markets are moving right now. But usually when Bitcoin starts running up like this is how I normally see the market move. So when Bitcoin starts making its run like it is right now, back to like 65K or wherever it's going to end up being, you typically don't see the alts run as much until Bitcoin hits that target, and then it starts to maybe consolidate a little bit. After that consolidation and Bitcoin gets to the target, you'll see ETH start to pump. Not saying ETH can't get all-time high before that, but you'll really see ETH start to pump after Bitcoin does its thing. And then normally ETH will start to do its thing, and then after ETH is done, you'll see it funnel into all these altcoins after that. So it goes like Bitcoin run, ETH run, and then the smaller altcoins will start to run after that. As for breaking all-time high today, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think it'll happen today necessarily, but this market's wild. You never know, because that'd be a 10% move from its current price. Yeah, it'd be an 8.36% move in a single candle, which is, it's definitely possible, but I don't think that's going to be happening today. It'll probably be a slow grind back up because we got a few resistance spots right here. Like we have one at a little bit of resistance at 1930, and I guess you could say 1950 as well at the tops of these candles right here. And then of course you got the resistance of the previous all-time high at 2041. Well, not 2041. Yeah, 2041, 42. So right at this red, we got a few resistances to poke through first. It'll probably be a slow grind, but like I've been saying, crypto, you never know. It could just take off right now. On stream, it could just go up 10%. I mean, it's crazy. I definitely think we will be breaking all-time high soon, but today, I'm not sure if it'll be today. It's going to be a little bit of a slow grind, so that's my thoughts on that. Thank you for your question. If anyone else has anything, just let me know. You can look at any coin you want. We can go over any price targets you want to see. Hope my stream's not cutting out. I should be good. Bitcoin's looking real healthy. We got positive momentum on the histogram developed, and it just went straight from a light red straight to the green, which you don't see that very often, especially with that much momentum. Like it just killed it, ended it right there. You normally see it kind of stagger down before it starts to get positive momentum. You know, you'll see it kind of step down and then get the momentum, but it just went straight to positive momentum. H bar, we could take a look at H bar. I appreciate all you guys joining the stream. I was about to sign off and I see all these viewers coming, so I really appreciate you guys stopping by, checking the stream. H bar, I kind of see a little triangle formation, but we'll see. Actually, whoa, it's a possible ascending triangle on H bar, and at this levels, I'll tell you a price target here you can look for, but the ideal time, where's the arrow? The ideal time to get in this would be, you know, back here, but it does look like an ascending triangle forming right now. So if you wanted to take a measured move and figure out where your price target would be if it were to break out of this ascending triangle, you come from this bottom, your lowest wick, you go from your lowest low. Let me get this a little bigger here for you guys. You're going to want to come from your lowest low to the top of the ascending triangle. I'm just going to duplicate that, or clone it, move it to the breakout point, and you're looking at a target of about 30 cents, 30.5 cents, which would be a percent gain from the top of the ascending triangle of about 12% gain. So it's not a bad, it's not bad. You got a lot of wicks touching here. So it's at least definitely in a upward trend right now, and it looks like an ascending triangle, so it looks like it's going to be breaking out soon. If you were to open a trade right now, I don't know if I would do that, but it'd be a 16% gain to the next target measured move from the ascending triangle. Looking pretty good, but again, these coins that run up like this, it's high risk buying into something right now when it's gone up so much, because if it were to go down, it would come back down to back test the previous run up somewhere around here. It come back down to about 20 cents, which would be almost a 30%. No, 20%, sorry. Be about a 20% drop from this little breakout point. So it's something you got to be careful with, because when they run up like this, there's nothing here from stopping it from just free falling back to the previous run up zone. There's no support. And actually, if you look at the MACD histogram, I just started looking at it now. You got bearish momentum going on. Although you're in an ascending triangle, it's a bull market. You most likely are going to break up. Ascending triangles are normally a bullish pattern. You got this histogram developing. Actually, you kind of have some hidden divergence if it were to play out. Hidden divergence is when you have a lower low than this, than the next bearish divergence on the histogram, but a higher price. So this is a lower price, this is a higher price, you have deeper momentum, it's hidden divergence, and if it were to play out, you're definitely running up to the upside. Hey, you're welcome, Tamer. Just want you to know the potential target and the potential drop if it were to drop. But ascending triangle, positive. It's a bullish trade or setup, bullish pattern, and we have some potential hidden divergence on the MACD. So if this plays out along with the ascending triangle, it's looking pretty good. H bar. Can it go down to retest 58K 500? Yes. We've talked about this. Thank you for the question, Theo. We've talked about this previously. Now that we broke all-time high, you're most likely going to see it come back down to retest the previous all-time high at 58,350. Hopefully it confirms support before making another leg up to the $65,000 range, which I think we're going to see within the next few days to a week. Hey, you're welcome. If you want to look at anything else, just ask in the chat. I'm glad to look at anything you guys want to see. I'm trying to work on some harmonic patterns, which are normally pretty good, strong indicators and patterns when you're trading. I'm trying to work on getting a little better on my MACD analysis. I know a little bit, but I'm sure I can be better at it. Right now I just kind of do support resistance along with chart patterns. As you can see, my previous ones, we had that little downward wedge that we broke out all along here, previous Bitcoin TA that I've been doing along the way. Hey, you're welcome. Let's take a look at Litecoin. So yeah, we're still sitting in this channel above the midline. If we were to break out, you're seeing 246. Yeah, let's get those likes up. Get those likes and subscribes up. Hit that button. I try to do as much live streams as I can. I don't have a scheduled time yet, but it's usually at night around 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Be a little more consistent on that, so I can get you guys as much info on this market as I can, because it changes daily. You know, it's a very volatile, can happen very quickly. Yeah, appreciate everyone joining the stream. We got Bitcoin made its all-time high today. Sometimes when you're trading too, breaking an all-time high is sometimes an indicator to open a trade. So some people say, you know, when you break a previous all-time high, it's a good indicator for a trade, but I don't really like to go off that. I just like to look at what the chart's telling me. Let's take a look at the total market cap. I haven't looked at that today. You look at that on the daily time frame. Whoa. Or parabolic line. Wonder why that happened. Alright, so we're still keeping our parabolic pattern. Everything's intact. We actually do all-time high on the total market cap. That's pretty exciting to see. We made a new high at about $1.818 trillion total market cap. I mean, the market's so strong, it didn't even come back to retest before the previous run up. It got halfway there, not even. So the market is just really strong right now. Almost looks like a cup and handle pattern forming on the daily. Kind of is. If it were, you'd look to see something like this. A little channel down. It probably, if it were a cup and handle, it'd come out of here, and then it would make a move from this bottom wick to about the top of the cup. If this were a cup and handle, you're looking at 2.18 trillion would be the measured move if it's a cup and handle from this spot in the breakout. If it comes earlier, it'd be, you know, up here. But the longer it takes, the lower the measured move would go up. That's a little cup forming. If we get our handle, that's a pretty strong indicator. Same here. This one actually has kind of a handle forming on. This is total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Whoa, not that. This has a little candle or handle forming. And the measured move on this, the alt coins. We'll meet in the middle here. We're looking at 836 billion, which would be a 30% move on altcoins. That'd be crazy. That would be absolutely nuts. We're already testing the top of the channel here. So if it's really, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that play out. So yeah, if no one's got any more requests, I'm gonna head out. I might be back on tonight for 8 o'clock stream, 7 p.m. Eastern time maybe. Hope you guys, like again, I'm willing to look at any coins you guys want to look at in the chat. More than glad to take a look at anything. I'm going to sign out. Bitcoin's going down a little bit, but nothing to be worried about, guys, girls, who's ever out there. So I'll see you guys probably tonight for another stream. I just wanted to get one out here since we broke all-time high. And thank you all for coming. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one, probably tonight.